Since the fictional days of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, people have been slipping left, right and centre down space-time anomalies and inconveniently placed holes, seemingly for centuries, finding themselves in upside-down, roundabout worlds where big is small and small is gigantic, rabbits wear waistcoats and caterpillars smoke hookah from a picturesque boudoir. Although, as with many things, there is a similar function found in that mysterious place known only as the SCP Foundation. But much unlike Mr. Carroll's literary interpretation, this one is full of death and dying and yeah, not much more to it than that, really. Let me introduce you to SCP-2935 and let's figure out if it ever would or could be real. Hello Internet and welcome back to the most inquisitive channel on YouTube, Life's Biggest Questions. As per usual, I'll be your disembodied floating voice Jack Finch, as today we clamber into the cavernous caverns of space and time and curiously ask the question, what if SCP-2935 was real? Roll the clip. For the curious amongst you, that clip was from Star Wars The Last Jedi because, hey, clips of people descending into mysterious, ominous holes aren't exactly a dime a dozen within the world of cinema. Much like Luke Skywalker slurping green milk from a thalasiren, you can't be picky. And much like a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the main point that we're going to tackle over the next 7 minutes or so is that whether a space-time anomaly could actually ever exist, and whether the mechanics of people like Ray, Alice, as well as the Pevensey children crawling through wardrobes, killing witches and befriending lions could ever happen in our own reality. Scientifically speaking, of course. As the record states, SCP-2935 is a Keter-class space-time anomaly that exists within a limestone cave beneath a cemetery near Joppa, Indiana. The cemetery itself is vastly forgotten, and the last interred individual died in 1908, but the anomaly was discovered after Foundation personnel witnessed radio signals emanating from the mysterious area. After investigation, which we'll touch on in more detail later, it was found that 2935 is a nearly exact replicate reality of modern Earth in the year 2016, with the primary exception, and this is a very important exception, being that all life, including both biological and non-biological, as well as any sentient entities, machines, computers, and other lifelike phenomena, ended abruptly and without warning on April 20th, 2016. Everything died sometime between the hours of 3 AM and 4 AM Eastern Standard Time. Someone turned out the lights for good, and the Foundation aren't exactly sure why. Well, after the discovery of these bizarre radio signals, the Foundation deployed the best of the best to take a look-see inside, known as Mobile Task Force Epsilon 13, codenamed Manifest Destiny, some of the hardiest and most experienced agents that the Foundation has to offer. And what they found made even their stomachs churn. What they found essentially was a 100% cell death in every biological and non-biological entity on this alternate version of planet Earth. They found families still sat at the dinner table eating roast chicken and all the trimmings just dead and dusty and gone. They weren't rotten, decaying, or otherwise any different. They were just no longer existing at a biological level. Well, this same mechanic evidently seemed to spread to some of the most insanely terrifying anomalous entities in the Foundation's alternate reality containment. So much so that even SCP-682, the unkillable lizard, the hard-to-destroy reptile that literally cannot be killed, even he ceased to exist. So, what happened? This is pretty bad, right? Well, to be honest, the Foundation has no idea, although there are several theories that I prefer not to ruin if you'd like to read this particular entry for yourself. Hint, Agent Keller isn't exactly as he seems. The thing is, that kind of comes with the territory when sticking your head into an anomalous cavern, doesn't it? Because much like Alice, we'd have no reasonable idea how to approach an entity such as SCP-2935 if it was real. Granted, our best and brightest scientific minds from across the planet would be on board to tackle this literal rip in the fabric of reality of a problem, but even they would be as stumped as Mobile Task Force Epsilon 13 with none of the experience of a veteran Foundation agent, if of course an organization such as the Foundation was real. Sorry, forget I said that. The real point we need to first address is, could an entity like SCP-2935 actually exist? And the short answer is yes, it would be entirely possible under the known laws of theoretical physics for a space-time anomaly to actually exist. Theoretically, of course. And when we take into account the concept of the multiverse, it becomes staggeringly more and more likely that another version of our Earth exists right now, this very nanosecond, thousands of them all at the same time, where perhaps you're even listening to this exact version of this video, just instead in one of them, the next word you hear is yogurt instead of a fully formed sentence. Oh, I think I need to slow down a little bit. I think we may have just created a paradox. When we take a look at the theory of cosmic inflation, which explains that the origin and structure of our universe occurred during the exponential expansion of space, a tiny fragment of time just after the Big Bang blew up, and actually never stopped expanding, leading to the theoretical image of eternal chaotic inflation, generating multiple pocket universes continuously and without end. Every split nanosecond under cosmic inflation could create a cascading multiverse of endless physical life, and our reality itself could be a pocket universe within a vacuum of another wider bubble universe that is itself eternally expanding. Max Tegmark, a leading cosmologist at MIT, even goes so far as to explain that this multiverse has 4 distinct layers of reality, the deepest of which is an idiosyncratic existential model where reality itself is defined by an infinite, endless spiral of mathematics. My head hurts a little bit, and we haven't even gotten started on string theory yet, but the point is, an anomalous space-time entity such as the one in Joppa, Indiana, known as SCP-2935, could very easily already exist in another reality, of course, where the SCP Foundation already exists itself. I'm not sure if I should have said that. Oh no. Which one am I in again? Help me, please. I've got to stop putting myself in these situations. Well, unfortunately, folks, that's enough theoretical quantum mechanics for me. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to speak your mind in the comment section down below. Before we depart, though, let's read out some of your incredibly entertaining comments from our recent What If SCP video with our buddy Bruce. First up, Sapphire Peridot King says, played some foosball and ate pizza. That can only mean one thing. SCP-2521's real name is Joey Tribbiani. Yeah. That kind of makes sense, actually. I thought he looked familiar. Next up, Anime Russian Gamer says, I would say Bruce's name and become his friend. Yeah, that's a spirit, buddy. Good job. And finally, Bucket O Anxiety says, if this were real, I'd yell his name at the top of my lungs so he wouldn't be lonely anymore. And while, buddy, the planet needs more people just like you, that's a great way to approach lonely, anomalous alien entities. Good job. Bruce salutes you. I'm sure he does. Well, unfortunately, folks, that's all we've got time for in today's video. Just stick around all the way until the end. If you're a fan of this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, as well as that subscribe bell, and we'll be seeing you in the next one. As per usual, I've been your disembodied floating voice, Jack Finch, and until next time, you take it easy.